OCN Volume 25 Number 7, July 5, 2025 Highlights. This podcast presents concise summaries of each of the articles and columns in this issue of OCN in the order they appeared in the paper. For details, please refer to the articles and columns, which are posted at www.ocn.me. The Palmer Lake Board of Trustees scheduled 4 meetings in June, including a recall protest hearing. Mayor Glant Havener resigned after controversial texts were published, leading to Trustee Dennis Stern's appointment as mayor. The board unanimously accepted Havener's resignation and discussed the legalities of filling the mayoral vacancy. Trustee Tim Caves recommended Stern for mayor. Public comments reflected disappointment over appointing a trustee facing a recall to the mayoral position. During public comments, resident Steve Draper raised issues regarding the validity of annexation notifications. The board appointed Karen Goldman to oversee the recall petition hearings due to her extensive election law experience. Goldman convened a hearing on June 19 to address challenges to the recall petitions for trustees Shauna Ball and Kevin Dreyer. Goldman concluded that the recalls could proceed, instructing the town to set dates for the elections. The board held an executive session to discuss legal matters and announced the resignation of Town Administrator Don Collins. Regular board meetings are scheduled for July, with details available on the town's website. The Monument Town Council held 2 meetings in June to discuss various community issues. Key topics included industrial development, employee compensation reforms, and filling a council vacancy. The Pikes Peak Rodeo delegation promoted summer events, inviting the community to participate. A proposed development for Willow Springs Ranch sparked debate over its planning process and community engagement. The council approved an outdoor storage ordinance, modifying height restrictions and screening requirements. They also authorized a contract for iron removal systems in local water wells to address customer complaints. A comprehensive compensation study led to salary adjustments for town employees to remain competitive. Chad Smith was appointed to fill a council vacancy, emphasizing responsible growth and financial stability. Agreements with Wilden Financial Services aim to modernize the town's financial operations and fee structures. The council completed the annexation of Old Denver Road, streamlining the process with county approval. Mayor Pro Tem King addressed development advocacy concerns, seeking clarity on his communication role. The Monument Academy School Board held 2 meetings in June to address various issues, including a new sports policy and rising insurance costs. Board member Karen Hoyda introduced a policy asserting that boys have a physical advantage over girls in sports, which prohibits boys from competing on girls' teams and vice versa. The board unanimously passed the policy, citing safety, privacy, and scholarship concerns, as well as compliance with federal educational funding regulations. Additionally, the board voted to join a lawsuit against the Colorado High School Activities Association, arguing that current gender identity policies conflict with Title IX protections. Board President Ryan Graham emphasized the need for federal scrutiny of these policies, while Treasurer Craig Carl expressed concerns about the impact on women's sports. In discussions about insurance, Finance Director Laura Poland presented options for hail coverage, highlighting significant increases in deductibles and costs. The board agreed to gather more information on the condition of the roofs and set a special meeting to further discuss insurance options. Looking ahead, the next regular board meeting is scheduled for July 17, where the agenda will include ongoing discussions about policies and financial matters. The Lewis Palmer D38 Board of Education recently approved a contract for a new permanent structure for the Home School Enrichment Academy, as the current facility is set for demolition. The new building will consist of 2 prefabricated units, featuring classrooms, a multi-use area, and separate restrooms, with an estimated cost of about $2.9 million. Board Secretary Dr. Patty Schenk raised concerns about the expense given the limited use of the facility, suggesting a renovation of an existing building instead. However, Chief Business Officer Brett Ridgway emphasized that safety and ventilation requirements would make renovation more costly than new construction. The board unanimously approved the contract, with the new structure expected to be ready for occupancy by the second semester of the 2025-26 school year. Additionally, the board approved the 2025-26 district budget and announced participation in the upcoming November election for 2 board seats. The board recognized local achievements, including student athletes and educators, and highlighted the district's recent accreditation with distinction. Finally, updates on the Career and Innovation Center revealed progress in construction and significant grants received to support its development. In June, Uli Keeley, the district auditor, presented the Woodmoor Water and Sanitation District Board with a positive audit report for the 2024 finances. She confirmed that the district received a clean opinion, indicating strong financial health with no significant issues found in their processes or reporting. The district's total net position rose to over $73 million, largely due to an increase in tap fees collected from developers. Despite lower-than-expected expenditures, the district ended the year with $25.7 million in cash, while continuing to pay down $14.7 million in bonds. During the meeting, the board awarded a contract for replacing 121 water service saddles, with Iron Women Construction submitting the lowest bid. Resident Jennifer Davis raised concerns about billing errors she encountered, prompting discussions about potentially changing the billing service provider. Operational updates included the repair of long-term leaks and progress on drilling a new well, as well as plans for a new residential development in the area. The next board meeting is scheduled for July 14, providing an opportunity for residents to stay informed and engaged with district operations. In May, the Monument Sanitation District Board received an operational update from District Manager Mark Parker, who reported on a sewage release incident involving Raspberry Point townhomes that posed a risk to Monument Lake. Parker explained that a video inspection revealed the sewage line was blocked by 3 feet of tree roots, leading to the overflow, and noted that a cleanout had been added to prevent future issues. The ownership of the service line was debated, as the Raspberry Point Townhome Homeowners Association believed it belonged to the district, but MSD had no records confirming this responsibility. Parker also discussed a letter from Buc-ee's regarding necessary improvements to Beacon Light Road for their proposed travel center, emphasizing that the county's plans depend on Buc-ee's sewage design approval. Lastly, Parker reported that issues with the district's SCADA system, which had been misidentified as spam by cellular providers, were resolved, allowing the system to function properly again. The Donala Water and Sanitation District Board met in June to review an audit report and discuss operational issues, relocating due to office closures. The board received a clean audit report, with cash and investments increasing by $2.8 million and liabilities decreasing by $538,000. However, waste plant operator Aaron Tolman reported discrepancies in waste treatment data, noting a significant rise in hydraulic loading at the treatment facility. General Manager Jeff Hodge emphasized the need for an action plan as the facility approached its capacity limits. Operational updates included progress on the Well 7D redrilling project and ongoing collaboration with contractors to ensure proper water and sewer line management. Consultant Brett Gracely discussed water rights and the successful completion of a water exchange, while also announcing his departure from LRE Water. Board President Wayne Vanderschwer confirmed his new role on the MVEA board and addressed concerns regarding federal funding for renewable energy. The meeting concluded with an executive session focused on security measures for maintenance personnel, with the next board meeting scheduled for July 17. The Triview Metropolitan District Board approved a budget amendment for the Higbee Road project. They authorized up to $12.6 million in bonds to fund the project and related expenses. The board also assigned positions and discussed various agreements in an executive session. District Manager James McGrady explained the budget amendment was necessary due to unexpected revenue. The board amended the budget to reflect $8.5 million for the Higbee Road improvements in 2025. They unanimously approved a resolution to issue the $12.6 million bond for the project. The Higbee Road project aims to enhance safety and comply with development requirements. The board also approved an economic incentive policy to attract large retail developments. They revised water fees and development requirements for developers in the district. Updates included ongoing efforts to manage water loss and improve infrastructure. The next board meeting is scheduled for July 17, with details available on their website. In June, the El Paso County Regional Loop Water Authority Board received a progress report from Interim Workflow Manager Mark Valentine regarding ongoing projects and contracts. Valentine detailed the roles of various consulting firms involved, including JVA Consulting Engineers for water quality testing and Burns and McDonnell for designing essential infrastructure. During the meeting, the board unanimously approved an amendment to the contract with BBA Water Consultants to expand their responsibilities for an additional cost of $12,400. Financial updates revealed that the loop had incurred expenses of nearly $197,000 in 2025, with the largest costs attributed to Merrick services. The next regular meeting is set for July 17, and interested parties can verify details through the loop's website or by phone. At the Tri-Lakes Monument Fire Protection District meeting, a board vacancy was filled and funding for a workforce analysis was approved. The board also discussed the 2024 audits for both the Monument Fire District and Donald Westcott Fire Protection District. Director Randall Estes noted the competitive selection process for the new board member, Tim DeLeon. The financial report indicated the district is on track with revenues and expenses for the year. Public hearings were held for property inclusions, with unanimous approvals from the board. Fire Chief Andy Kovacs proposed a workforce analysis to address staffing needs and administrative support. Updates included delays in reoccupying Station 2 due to HVAC issues and ongoing recruitment for key positions. The next board meeting is scheduled for July 23, with ongoing efforts to maintain communication with neighboring fire districts. At a recent meeting of the El Paso County Planning Commission, a proposal for Flying Horse East, Phase 1 was presented, covering 1,800 acres near Schriever Space Force Base. The plan includes residential, commercial, and institutional spaces, with a total of 4,500 residential units and various amenities, aiming for a future expansion to 30,000 units and over 100,000 residents. Concerns were raised by local residents about increased traffic on Highway 94, prompting calls for more comprehensive traffic studies as the area has seen significant congestion in recent years. The Commission voted against the sketch plan, citing the need for a larger buffer between mixed-use units and the military base, and requested revisions to comply with federal and state regulations. Future updates to the county master plan are scheduled for discussion on July 17, with the Commission typically meeting twice a month for ongoing planning matters. Derek Araje urges conservative candidates in Palmer Lake and North Woodmoor to run for District 38 school board seats this fall. The letter highlights the influence of organized progressives in the community, who are vocal on social media about various issues, including masking and LGBTQ advocacy. It points out that the teachers' union provides resources for progressive activism, while conservatives have not established a similar presence in the education system. The author argues that conservative involvement could shift the educational focus towards American exceptionalism and individual responsibility, rather than multiculturalism and collective guilt. In summary, the letter encourages educated conservatives in the community to step forward, emphasizing the importance of active participation in local governance. John Schumaker, who holds a BS and a PhD in forestry, shares his extensive experience in wildland fire behavior, beginning his journey at a young age. He recalls his early days as a wildland firefighter, starting at age 17, and highlights significant fires he managed during his college years. Schumaker emphasizes the dangers of scrub oak, which he believes poses a greater fire risk than pine needles, which he views as beneficial mulch. He expresses concern over local residents' fire safety practices, urging them to reconsider their landscaping choices for better community protection. In conclusion, Schumaker advocates for informed fire management strategies to enhance safety in North Woodmoor neighborhoods. As summer approaches, it's the perfect time to enjoy the outdoors with a selection of engaging books for all ages. Walk by Sholto Radford encourages readers to embrace the benefits of walking and spending time in nature for improved well-being. The Wildflowers of Colorado Field Guide, by Don Mamoser and Stan Tequila, helps readers identify around 200 common wildflower species through vivid photographs and informative descriptions. For families, Family Camping, by Charlie S. offers a comprehensive guide filled with recipes, activities, and tips for a successful outdoor experience. Birding Colorado, by High Kingery serves as a detailed guide to the best birdwatching locations in the state, complete with habitat information and bird species details. Children can explore the night sky with Stargazing for Kids, by Jonathan Popele, which introduces constellations and offers practical tips for family stargazing adventures. For Fun and Games, Where's Waldo? Words on the Go, by Martin Hanford provides a variety of puzzles and activities to keep kids entertained during travel. Lastly, the Highlights Big Book of Activities for Little Kids features over 200 activities designed to foster development and creativity in young children. These books offer a wonderful way to enhance outdoor experiences and family time this summer. In the midst of the landscaping season, it's crucial to protect garden beds from pests while maintaining a balance with nature. Utilizing natural deterrents like mint, garlic, and lavender can effectively keep deer and other animals away from gardens. Implementing strategies such as double fencing and having dogs can further enhance protection against unwanted wildlife. Incorporating native plants and natural insect bouncers can create a thriving ecosystem that supports both plants and beneficial insects. Ultimately, adopting these lazy gardening techniques can lead to healthier gardens while minimizing the need for harmful pesticides. Public art plays a vital role in strengthening communities and enhancing social connections. The monthly Art Hop event in Monument invites residents and visitors to engage with local art and each other, fostering a sense of community. Public art not only beautifies spaces but also encourages dialogue, reduces isolation, and can positively impact mental health and safety. The Art Sites initiative in Monument showcases local artists' work and provides an app called Autocast, which offers audio guides about the artworks from the artists themselves. Programs like Colorado's 1% for Art ensure that public spaces are enriched with art, supporting local artists and promoting civic pride. Event listings may change, so verify details before attending. Secure trash to prevent bears from accessing it and becoming a danger. Bear-resistant containers are available for purchase or through waste collection services. Lightning can strike unexpectedly, so seek shelter immediately when thunder is heard. Black Forest offers a mulch program for fire-wise mitigation with a small dumping fee. Colorado EBT benefits provide matching funds for purchasing local produce at markets. Terrain hoppers allow individuals with disabilities to access trails in El Paso County. Volunteers are needed for gardening and park maintenance in the Tri-Lakes area. NAMI offers support for parents of youth facing mental health challenges. Larkspur Church provides food and clothing assistance for those in need. Tri-Lakes Cares seeks donations to support its food pantry and services for the community. Community volunteers are essential for local organizations and various initiatives. Thank you for joining us for highlights from the articles and columns from this issue of OCN. To dive into the full articles and columns or explore more content, visit www.ocn.me. Don't miss out, sign up for our community newsletter to stay updated with every new post.